Welcome back to the program, friend. I was just chided by my team here that I'm not going to be able to finish the declaration. So I'll do the best that I can. Don't yell at me anymore. All right. We hold these truths to be self-evident, that all men are created equal and that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Friends, that's why child killing is a crime against God. The right to life for the unborn baby comes from God. That's why the theft of our property through socialism is a crime against us and against our God-given rights. Liberty. It means that you can dispose, among other things, it means that you can dispose of your income as you see fit, not have a gun put to your head so that other people can have your stuff. Anyway, that to secure these rights, governments are instituted among men. Why do we have government, Randall? To protect our God-given rights of life, liberty, and property. To secure these rights, governments are instituted among men, deriving their just powers from the consent of the governed. That whenever any form of government becomes destructive of these ends, life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness, or life, liberty, and property, as it was also called, it is the right of the people to alter or to abolish it and institute a new government. Our God-given rights, right? All men are created endowed by their Creator with certain inalienable rights. One of the rights is the right of the people to alter or abolish their government, not be spied on by our government. Laying its foundation on such principles and organizing its powers in such form as to them shall seem most likely to affect their safety and happiness. Prudence indeed will dictate that governments long established should not be changed for light and transient causes, and accordingly all experience hath shown that mankind is more disposed to suffer while evils are sufferable than to right themselves by abolishing the forms to which they are accustomed. But when a long train of abuses and usurpations, pursuing invariably the same object, evinces a design to reduce them under absolute despotism, it is their right, it is their duty to throw off such government and to provide new guards for their future security. Those of you who were polled among the 44% of the Republicans that think that revolution may be necessary to protect our liberties, you would do well to study this document over and over, because it would be no small thing. The upheaval in this country would be unthinkable. So the issue is, when do we reach the breaking point? The evils that we're enduring are no longer sufferable. That means we can't bear it any longer. We're tired of despots and tyrants ruling us. I'm going to skip a little bit. He said, the history of the present King George of Great Britain is a history of repeated injuries and usurpations, all having in direct object the establishment of an absolute tyranny over these states. To prove this, let the facts be submitted to a candid world. He goes on to delineate the fact that they were quartering large bodies of armed troops among the people, protecting the soldiers by mock trial. They're not being punished for murders, cutting off our trade, imposing taxes on us without our consent, depriving us of the benefits of a trial by jury. If you look at these complaints, you see the birth of the Bill of Rights. Trial by a jury, we can't have armed troops living in our homes. This is a magnificent history lesson, and also, I would venture to say that much of what happened here is nothing compared to the evils that we are enduring today. I actually truly believe that if Thomas Jefferson and George Washington and Patrick Henry were alive today and were in positions of power, like they were then, I mean, they were outcasts. They weren't in the power structure of Great Britain. But I believe if those men were alive today, they might be among those saying, we have to have a revolution. Just conjecture on my part. The reason that it might not be so is because we still have elections. All right? Elections are here so that we don't have to have a war. I've got to take a break. When we come back, two other references to God and their meaning. Don't go away.